Okay, hello. So I just wanted to give y'all this collective reading. I know it's kind of like unpredictable or unexpected, rather. But hey, spirit calls. This is the way I used to operate. So here we are. So let's get into it. I'm just going to give you guys a collective reading, and then I'm going to finish out the zodiacs that I missed yesterday. So I think it's Aries, Leo, Cancer, and Scorpio. Okay. All right. So I had a dream, I think Tuesday or Monday night. I took my ass to the moon. So I want to know, have any of you ever dreamed of going to the moon? Like really had a dream where you were on the moon? But and the energy was so strong that I even forgot that I dreamed that until my friend messaged me about her dream. And then I was like, shit, I dreamed I went to the moon. Like I had a whole dream about going to the moon. And I took 2 trips, channeling. And then the last trip that I was preparing to take, it was like each time I went and came back, it was rules. You know, more and more rules and more ways to prepare for it. And for some strange reason, it was a girl that grew up with me that was hosting these trips. And she's not even, as far as I know, you know, she don't talk to me about tarot or dreams or anything like that. I think she do believe in dreams and stuff. But for her to be hosting trips to the moon, completely not her. And but I was going, and what I learned, and I felt it was a very real trip. And it's opening me back up to the conspiracy theories about the moon. And I say this because what I can say is that I can chalk it up to like, oh, it was a dream. So it just looked the way your mind wanted it to look when you went. No, I feel like we were really there. And each time I knew, because it's like when I have those underwater dreams too, it's like I know there are certain things you have to do to stay under there. And I felt the same way with the moon, because the same way my water dreams used to be when I first started my channel and the little wizard man used to take us in that flying bus, and the and it turned into like a big inner tube, a floaty thing, and then it turns into a submarine and go under the water. And I used to wake up. Eventually, I kept having dreams like that until I could go underneath. Like it kept happening until I could get there. And in this moon dream, that's the same thing that happened. Like I kept going, and each time I went, I would like gather up more stuff to be able to stay longer. I was being trained about the oxygen levels and this and that. Well, if there's any or what it is. So what I caught on to that I remember, because it's a blur, like I swear to you, I'm still not doing it any justice telling y'all this. But the way I could explain it the best is if you think about, I don't know why I related it to like a refrigerator, like the back of a refrigerator, like that energy, that buzzing noise that runs all day long to keep the freezer going. It was an energy like that, but all around and within, and then all around visually, it was this light, but it wasn't as bright as the heavenly type of realm of light. And it was underneath my feet, and it was like almost like maybe the Billie Jean video when every time Michael stepped, some would light up. But just imagine just like a whole floor just lit, like you could tell it's light coming from it, but it's not like really, I don't think it was as bright as the lights on the Michael Jackson Billie Jean video. Oh, okay, they're going there. So they are even saying that, like, think about it. Okay, Billie Jean was on Thriller. He did the moonwalk for the first time to Billie Jean, which was again on Thriller. They're saying that him creatively putting that in his video, I don't think he like was marrying his 3D knowledge with his his all knowing, like his soul. But they're saying like he wanted that because he knows that sort of thing do exist, like light being under your foot as a floor panel kind of thing. Because I'm telling y'all that I didn't see no craters and like the stuff you see in the science books. And so as I was gathering all of that, then it was like I'm still gonna investigate it. Like, I know I'm just being called to the moon, basically. I'm being called for us to take our asses to the moon. So that's probably where we will be going and exploring until Spirit says no more, okay? They are showing Miss Frizzle right on the magic school bus. Yes, okay. But yeah, it's a state of mind. Like, I got to get deeper into it, and I got to refresh my memory on all the conspiracies that are out, because I think I'll even be able to put some stuff together, and I think it will probably unlock some memories that's stored away from the dream that I'm just not tapped into anymore. That frequency was so high. I'm telling you, so much so that I didn't even remember that I dreamed it till I thought about my dream when my friend told me hers. But it's like they're saying, it's like the moon looked the way that it looks to us because of the realm that we're in, like all the gravity and stuff. Almost as if the example that I could give, and that I did give, was that, like, let's say that we have access to the moon, right? In which, of course, they want us to feel like we get in this rocket ship and we go up there, and somehow they're able to direct this rocket ship exactly to the moon, and they have all these pinpoints and access points and all that. What Spirit was showing me was that the access point is, like, the way you get there is different, and they're saying it's a state of mind. Like, so they're saying, like, the advancement of the technology isn't that of the rocket ship, but more so of what's really being done. Like, that type of machinery could exist, or it did exist, but it did other, like, when you went in, you did other things. Like, they're showing the spirit separating from the body, and being able to shift into a certain perception or state of mind to go on the moon, to be there. And I'm seeing that they do have the technology to do that. So wouldn't it be funny if we found out that, like, and then not to say that they're not materializing things that they end up putting up there, like the stations and stuff, but that's still kind of questionable to me. But the bridge, Spirit is saying the bridge to get there is not what they're showing us. And the things in those books, the flat, like, I wouldn't even want to understand what's the point in, like, who would go there and then be like, oh, we really need to put the American flag here because we were in contest with, was it Russia that went first and then we tried to compete? Was that how that went? See, that's what I'm saying. I got to refresh my memory. So I don't think this is going to be the first reading on it or us exploring it, but I think it's a state of, I think you get there through a different type of bridge, and they do have the devices and stuff through reverse engineering to do it. Or, well, that's a little alien looking thing. Well, he's saying no, this one wasn't. He's saying no, this wasn't reverse engineering for this one. This was replicated, like it was just like a copycat kind of thing, and to it could shift. Like, yeah, almost like they're showing like the energy, and then things that was replicating that energy to make a materialized vehicular thingy, but the way it transports is not what we think. Very Star Wars, sci-fi, Star Trek. I'm gonna tell you from what I experienced, I'm like, so, cause like even now, like when I envision looking at the moon, and it's so interesting because the day before, I was reminded that the strawberry moon would be on that very day that I went there. So I don't know, maybe my soul was really curious about the strawberry moon or something. But it feels equally like when you go, like when I've had dreams of going underneath the water. It's kind of the same, but the light underneath your feet charges, like, I feel like they have not quite figured out everything that energy, the moon energy, can do. And I'm hearing that it depends on which realms you in of what it looks like to you. and what it's responsible for. But on the lower plane or earthly plane, they're saying it is still responsible for the gravitational pulls and stuff. But it's almost like if you were to say we were like really drunk or high, and we're looking at the shape of the moon. Like for us, because of what we have access to, that's what it looks like to us. But the higher you go up or can access, the more you can access, it gets like, I can't believe I'm talking about the moon. Becomes energy, and then it becomes this force field of light to me that looks like it's underneath your feet. Like it's not, I don't think I remember seeing any darkness around. You know how like the pictures show us in the science books is like they're on this glowy, rocky crater looking moon, but then around them is like darkness and maybe stars, and I don't know. Now it just don't make sense when I'm thinking back to what we was looking at in our science books. And if that freaking flag had creases in it like the wind was blowing it, was those solar winds, and how is a human sustaining that in these astronaut suits and stuff? I'm gonna refresh my memory, and then I'll go from there, because I can't get really deep into it until I refresh my memory of all the little talking points that now I really do agree with after having the dream that I had. Oh, child. And when I get back home, like in my dream, every time I got back home, I went to the refrigerator, like looking for something to eat. And it's almost like I even had like side effects and side effects from being there. And then I would but it just so happened in that particular dream, I had a dream that my friend was holding me captive and she wouldn't let me eat certain foods. But she kept leaving me at home by myself. Like she is like, I became her pet or something. It was weird. And so I guess I decided, well, fuck that. I'm going to just go to the moon then. Like, I don't know. It was a wild dream. All right. So let's get you guys some general messages. And, if you guys are feeling compelled to look into some things now after hearing my dream, go for it. And what I was getting and what I could somewhat remember. And if not, just know it may find you. All right. Welcome to my oldies. Welcome to my newbies. Hello to my oldies. Excuse me, channeling. My name is Diamond and you are watching Pretty Blind Eyes. Excuse me, channeling. The readings held on this channel are for entertainment purposes only. The discussions held on this channel should not be taken as literal advice. I am legally blind, so I do read Braille on my cards to decipher what they are, but I'm an overall intuitive reader. In the description box below, you can find several ways to interact with me, one of which is the availability to book private readings. Today is the last day for the secret links to the dirt cheap prices of the pre-recording, so be sure to take advantage. You can find them on the community tab as well as in the most recent readings in the comment section right at the top. All right, and then after that, these sorts of prices will only be exclusively for members only. Thank you guys for the love, support, gifts, donations, and journeying with me. Yeah, I feel like a lot of us are going to get very irritated by gravity. It's funny because of the way it's going to impact us differently. Like me, it's very weird. I can't, like, especially when I'm channeling now. Like right now I'm in a sports bra. I can't, y'all. Like, I am coming out of a personal where my back did get hot, but it's just, we're going to want to feel lighter. So the way our bodies respond to that is going to be very interesting for a lot of us. And no, this does not apply to the IG models that barely ever kept anything on. I'm talking about, people that really, really will start to feel, that interesting energy of like, whoa, or even certain clothes may start to itch you, But here's the catch to it. You're going to feel probably irritated by certain forms of gravity or what's on your skin, but I feel like a lot of you will crave weighted blankets, so I probably need to pull mine back out. Page of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Knight of Wands. I feel like I'm hearing cheat code, so I feel like some of you too, Ten of Wands, Eight of Swords. I feel like some of you are about to find different levels of freedom too, so equally so, like as above, so below, and as within, so without. So just like on a spiritual level when it comes to your spirit and your muscular body. You're also gonna experience this within your social lives and the information that you get and all that. So if I could relate that to y'all, this is how that looks. So to me, it looks like right here, just like you're going to be a little agitated by gravity. You're going to also, like, there's a person here that's going to, like, be the plug to giving you ways that you can, you know, work with certain elements and energy during important times. They're saying specifically this year. Yeah. It's something coming, y'all, where this is a wave of something that could be taken advantage of if anybody's knowledgeable of it. I'm gonna get some time cards soon for those of you who be wanting to know when and all that kind of stuff. Although y'all know I'm not a fan of when. It's still kind of fun to play with it a little bit. So yeah, there's a person coming in that's gonna give you the loop. I mean, give you the, you know what I'm saying? Give you the lowdown, the real deal information. They the plug. Nine of Cups with the Nine of Cups with the Hangman and the Hierophant and the Devil card. Yeah, so I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this is someone around you, collective passengers, that they're going to find your life a lot more cooler than theirs. You know, but they're going to think that their lives were cooler. That Hierophant looked like Hollywood industry, other types of industries that was considered to be like, you made it if you're here. Like, it's like that kid to get that fresh ass new toy everybody be jealous of and all that. And then your ass come waltzing in with, you don't look like you even have a toy. It's just you. And then you become interesting. And then whatever that person got isn't even any fun anymore. But here's the comparison. That, you know, you represent or will represent and be a part of entities and industries where you could be yourself, show up as yourself, and you are your wealth, like kind of energy. In comparison to industries like Hollywood and whatever else, they always had things to make people think that they were more than what they were, or they always had to use everything but themselves to get a false sense of meaning, purpose, respect, acceptance. You know what I'm saying? So it's you versus them, and whatever it is that whatever the carrot is that they got in their hand that they use to dangle in front of people because it was done to them kind of thing. So it's giving that Hollywood, the old Hollywood versus like new content creators kind of thing. Four of Wands with the King of Pentacles and the Tower card. Told you. There's someone here you're dealing with, or maybe a group of them. Maybe some of this is for some of y'all, these are jobs and everything. This stuff is falling down to the ground because Star card with the Chariot card here. They're making waves and way for the new industry, the new things, and new people. Six of Swords, Fool card. And yeah, and so a lot of these people around you are going to regret the time that they wasted. And with this High Priestess here, this gives me the energy of like some of y'all, these are people you could have been warning or guiding or can do spiritual work for. For some of you, you are their exit out, you know, to rebirth themselves. For some of you, you know, those are people you've seen warning these people that was trapped in these other industries. So it's some table turning energy. So this was very short. I won't keep y'all long. I'm going to head on and finish these zodiacs. Let me give y'all some final messages here. But basically, there's someone, in conclusion, that's the plug to you. They're gonna confirm everything that you've always been suspicious of. So to me, this feels like for them to have me open up with the moon message in a dream I had. I feel like it's going to tie a lot into government secrets and just a lot of conspiracy theories. It's going to be a lot of leaders that are going to show that they believe in some of those conspiracies too. And to me, they're going to formulate a panel or a team of people that also, you know, that's skilled in that, and everybody could come together and get something done with it. So again, everything that was laughed at and watered down or kicked to the side, is going to be the new it thing. So all the conspiracy theorists that was getting bashed, not the ones that recklessly just be, you know, posting content for clout and just repeating what they heard other people say, but like the people that's the real deal and could just get this eternal access to information endlessly. You know what I'm saying? Them ones. They're about to start shining. Knight of Pentacles with the Three of Pentacles. Yep. And then everybody gonna be helping one another. I always told y'all this. The leaders and stuff already dipping out on like Hollywood and stuff, and they already coming towards the content creators and things like that. I'm using those titles because of, like, apply the energy wherever it goes, but specifically, I guess, because largely it's going to be happening in that sort of industry. Like, we'll see it the most in Hollywood versus content creators. And as y'all can see now, they're already infusing them because they are people's choice. And, you know, you can make things shake when a lot of people, when you start to get a lot of recognition, and especially without any funding or backing from, you know, higher up people and stuff. And so yeah. Ooh, and when I say y'all gonna be sleeping, like some good sleep, like waking up not knowing if it's sweat or slob on your face. I feel like body temperatures are changing as well. So, well, my name is Dami. You're watching Pretty Blind Eyes, and I'll see you next go round. Bye, passengers.